to the Mighty Fish Podcast.
Hi, welcome. I'm Ryan.
Don't roll with that. No, that's the voice you made.
Nope, that's what we're rolling with. That's all. We're in.
That's
we're in, man. It's the first one to introduce, and you went for it.
I forgot that was the rule. It's been you for so long.
Those are the rules, man. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Mighty Movie Pod.
Good job.
God damn it.
Jesus.
We're back in your ear holes again, and this new year season.
Yes.
The season of the new year.
The season of the new year.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing all right.
He's doing okay. He's
Doing
been
good.
better.
I've been a lot better.
We're back, and we're in a different studio. Studio 4.
Studio 4.
You can name it whatever you want.
I don't have another name for
Okay,
it, man.
Studio 4 for the rest of the time. Welcome to Studio 4. Here we are, back again in your ear holes. We're excited to be back,
Indeed.
especially me. Josh, not so much.
No.
He's a fuddy-duddy.
Never. I'm a stick in the mud. I have
That
a
is the
pole
truth.
firmly placed where the sun don't shine.
Ooh.
It explains why I'm so full of crap.
Well, it's been a long wait, Josh,
It has.
but we're back, and we have a new movie to talk about.
We do.
Sorry.
Sorry we've been gone for so long.
I mean, it is what they don't make movies anymore. Well,
yeah,
they do.
we still could have made up shit.
We could have made up stuff. But you know what? Movies are going to start coming out again, whether they're in the theater or not. We had called it. We watched the newest DC blockbuster that went straight to Blockbuster Video.
wish.
Also
I
known as
wish.
HBO Max,
Yeah.
where every new film will come out
Unless
day and
it's
date.
unless it's a movie that I really, really want to see. And
Yeah,
then I
true.
gotta wait for, those exclusive theater releases
Yeah.
that are playing right now to theaters filled with no one.
We would love to be talking about Monster Hunter. However,
Monster
it's
Hunter,
theaters
fucking
only.
News of the World. I really want to see News
News of the World. Yeah, that looked good too. Like that Tom Hanks.
I like that Tom Hanks. Like that Greyhound.
Like, love that Greyhound.
Ryan,
Yeah.
isn't that a bit of like a cyclical thing? Because didn't he get on a Greyhound with Haley Joel Osment in Forrest Gump?
Yes.
Think about it.
He has been on a Greyhound prior.
I think he got off a
To
Greyhound in
Greyhound.
Castaway.
he might have.
I
No.
don't- Yeah,
was
he Ubered out there.
What's her name? Fucking drove. Not Jodie Foster.
Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt
Yeah.
drove him.
Yeah.
And gave him the watch, if I remember correctly.
Think so. And then the movie like does that very, very subtle they're standing at a crossroads
Yes.
ending. And
Exactly.
I was like, it's imagery.
Imagery.
I see it.
You know what invokes parallel imagery, Josh?
Mm.
Do you remember Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi?
Yes.
Yes.
You remember that movie?
I think so.
Do you remember what happened to Emperor Palpatine at the end of that movie?
Yeah.
He's thrown down a chasm of sorts.
Yes.
Well, if you remember, because the people who make Star Wars are smart guys, they were like, dude, Palpatine needs to throw somebody down a chasm. So Ben Solo got thrown down a chasm, and we at least got to see him come out of it, so
Yeah.
we know why he was still alive. He then quickly died.
Well, Ryan, I told you the other day, I delved deep
yeah.
into that Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
And it's all Operation Cinder, man. It's all I've got now. I have the answers.
You know what's funny? Good for you, Josh. But you got to remember that there was an explanation in the movie. Poe Dameron says it. Somehow Palpatine has returned. and an amazing stroke of screenplay writing. That's what we got on that.
No, we got Tank Emperor. We got Tank Snokes. They were all connected.
And when
Operation Cinder.
coming back around to very well written screenplays, let us talk about Wonder Woman 1984, Josh. What did you think of Wonder Woman 1984?
It is a really bad movie, but I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
It's a mixed bag. It's really hard for me to get over just how poorly written it is.
Yeah.
The action is dated and schlocky in parts.
Yeah,
Which-
I have a take on that.
Which is whatever to me.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the acting is fine.
the performances were really good.
Yeah.
I think Pedro Pascal was doing the best with what he had to work with.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But I don't blame him. I think he's great in just about everything I've seen him in.
Yeah.
I didn't like Maxwell Lord was a terrible villain.
So
Kristen Wiig really surprised me. I liked her a lot.
She was really good.
Awesome.
She was really good.
awesome. I liked Cheetah a lot.
Agreed.
I have a take on why it's as schlocky as it is, and Patty, if you'll allow me.
Also coming full circle again, Patty Jenkins is going to direct one of the next Star Wars movies. So that's why I was bringing this all together, because we got Pedro Pascal,
we got Patty Jenkins.
He is does he have a name? It's the Mandalorian.
The Jaren.
Yeah. Jimmy.
Mando. No, Jimmy was the kid.
I know.
And he's still the kid.
But anyway,
anyway,
you have a schlocky.
Patty Jenkins stated that Richard Donner's Superman films were a major influence on her take on Wonder Woman for both films. And in the first one, you can see where all of the quality of those movies shines through, and the spirit is there. And in this one, it's a lot of what was, dated and schlocky and bad about those. I mean, like Superman spins the world backwards and that changes time.
Yes.
When
I was watching it, I was like, some of this feels intentional.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of it is very intentional, not the plot holes or the nonsense plot.
But it's a mixed bag for me. I can't say I liked it because I like parts.
I like it a lot because it's so it's a beautiful mess. It's a very beautiful mess. I don't want it's like okay, let me focus up here. The Richard Donner thing.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal's character is very much like the Richard Donner Lex Luthor and villains of the nature in those films, and but he actually pulls off a bit of a more sympathetic angle, like in the same way you felt bad for Richard Pryor in Superman 3, which was like, you were like, I guess I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Because all of his character development comes at the 9th hour, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like
I guess it adds up.
I was like, I knew a lot of weird stuff was intentional because this isn't really a spoiler. Wonder Woman does not kill or indirectly kill a single person in the entire movie, where in the first one, like, she blew motherfuckers up.
Well, that was because that was the wolf.
I know, but like, it seemed like it was a very intentionally lighthearted kind of more Superman-esque heroics.
The problem is it goes lighthearted in the direction of like what I was afraid like Guardians of the Galaxy would end up being, and I liked it. I ended up liking that a bit, even though it kind of still has a bit of that like whoa, kind of feeling to it. And I don't know. I couldn't. The lighthearted, happy-go-lucky is just a little too much for me in this. It's like they took the criticism for it following the Snyder dark bits.
Yeah.
And what they did was they made which happens so much lately, where they're like, well, people want color, so we'll just saturate everything with color. And it's like, no, just make a normal looking movie.
Well, you know it's weird that you say that, because like there wasn't the end of the towards the end of the movie, it was just drab and there like the posters and the marketing material was much more neon and color soaked.
They were going for that
than the
80s
actual
thing.
movie was. The movie went for a much flatter kind of tone throughout, which I thought was weird.
I thought for a good chunk of it, like the mall, of course, and then when we're getting the montage of her and Steve walking around and everything, it's very wow.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and then the stuff in Egypt is very.
I don't know if you would notice this, but the parts that were filmed in IMAX, yeah, you could tell that they cranked it up.
Oh yeah,
when the aspect ratio changed and it was a lot flatter.
Yeah, that's true. I did notice a bit of it, but you know, I'm just not up to the bar for some people.
I'm just not. No, I just meant like nitpicking weirdness.
No. I have a fucking enraging.
Well, I was gonna say we kind of have to get into spoilers with this movie, because the whole conceit of the movie is like Steve's gonna be back, and everybody knew that.
Oh, there's. That's not my nitpick. That's dumb. But
no. But the whole movie revolves around that.
They acted like it hinged on that.
All right, we're gonna do spoilers from here on out. You kind of got our takes. Josh really likes it. Thinks it's dumb. I also think it's dumb. Think it's a mixed bag. I really don't know if I liked it or not. I enjoyed myself enough. I will say that I wasn't angry. But we need to get into spoilers, Josh, because my brain thought of a way to describe this movie as I was watching it, and it was high-low concept.
Yes.
Where they took the monkey paw and then tried to blow it up into something.
It's the monkey's paw, it's the Midas touch,
yes.
You know, it's all that stuff.
But there was one point at the end of the movie that infuriated me, and I want to get to the thing that you have a big nitpick about, where he goes through all of this trouble, right? And is this big plan, and we're talking about Star Wars and the satellites is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That shit. And then right before he does that, he just gets a guy to wish that it will work. And I'm just like,
well, that's how he did everything. He was like, don't you wish this would work? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, ha.
But he could have at any point just made it so he wished that he didn't have to be there to grant somebody's wish. You know what I mean? Like,
but then he would have had to give up all his power.
He could have literally asked anybody for any of his plans to work at any point until he got the technology to make it possible.
Oh yeah, he didn't need to go around granting everybody.
Then last minute
wishes.
he was like, "Dude, I think you should wish for this to work." I was like, "Okay." I mean, he could have done that a while ago, but I mean, that's getting into that's getting into shit that you can't really think about. But when that's the main crux of the movie, like. For instance, walls can come out of nowhere, nukes can come out of nowhere, but a man appearing out of nowhere? No,
that's ridiculous.
That's stupid. He has to be in somebody else's body for no payoff.
That was especially since at one point right after I talked to you about it, and I was like, "Do they ever handle the fact that Steve's in another body?"
Nope.
And you were like, no. And like right after that, she was just like, we're going to find out why you're back in somebody else's body. And I was like, oh, well, maybe he missed this part. No.
See, and I was when it first happened, I was expecting somebody to recognize him. It was going to throw a wrench in the plan.
Yes.
No,
nobody knows who that fucking guy is. Nobody knows who that guy is. But like and that's where the monkey's paw thing comes in, because you get your wish granted, but there's a cost, which is, not just the monkey's paw, but it's also the classic genie thing where genies are dicks.
Yeah. It's the classic wish conundrum.
The comeuppance.
Except for apparently you can wish for more wishes.
Yeah. You're only supposed to get one wish, except you can wish that you didn't make your wish.
Yes.
You can return that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like when they brought up the cost, like everything comes with a cost. I was like, oh, well, that's the cost. Like he's Steve, but he's not Steve.
No, but it's a cost to her because he didn't wish.
Well,
it.
See, and that's what I remembered. Yeah. See, because I thought they hadn't revealed, I hadn't really put that together yet, because like that was just kind of implied.
Yeah.
And I'm slow. So like I was like, oh well, Cheetah wished for her to be like more like Diana. So she's losing her powers because Cheetah's taking
that's
them.
what I thought too. But
the cost is that Steve doesn't look like Steve, and that's the cost. And then it was like, no,
that would have made more sense.
Yeah, well, but like her once you find out that it's the personal cost. Her losing her powers because of this made sense, but what the fuck was Cheetah's price? She stopped being nice. That was it.
She wanted to be like somebody
else. She really
else,
didn't seem
so
to care.
she lost herself, her personality.
So wouldn't she? But wouldn't she still have been a good person because Wonder Woman's a good person?
Well, I mean that's the fuck you of it all, isn't it? So sure, you're like her, but you're not yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's whatever, but yeah, no, right when she had trouble pulling that lock off or whatever,
yeah, I knew something.
I was
up,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, something's going on, and then
I thought
that I had
before that too. Where
yeah,
I was just like, what?
She was tired or something. Like I had the same thought as you, like, oh, she's losing it to Kristen Wiig, and then as it got explained more and more, I was like, oh, okay. Another thing with Max Lord was they were implying that he was in poor health before he started granting all these wishes, but they never got. But then later on, it was like, no, it's because he's granting all these wishes is causing him all this problems. Yeah. But before that, he was like, where are my pills?
Yeah, they were his vitamins.
So, and I'm like,
I thought he
was gonna do cocaine.
I think it is cocaine. Like, I really think it is just cocaine. You know, like mommy's little helpers kind of thing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, the story is fucking stupid. However, like I said, there is a really good way to do that. They just didn't do it. It's like it makes me think of my complaint about the first one where I was like, Ares should have just been a concept. Yeah. He shouldn't have been like an actual dude. She came out and said that was Zack Snyder putting his fingers in it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. That whole end bit.
Yeah,
and that's why
it looks exactly like that.
And that's why this ending is so much different in a comically stupid kind of way.
But I like the way the conflict was resolved because like she doesn't really fight Max. She just kind of like hits him with the lasso and it's like, yo, the truth is like, you know.
No, her getting to Max, I understand.
Yeah,
but convincing the whole world not to be a piece of shit.
No, that's
everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's yeah. Yeah, I took that more as
and not only that, did the guy who wished for coffee realize that he had done that and rescinded his wish? And if he had already drank the coffee, how does that work?
He just pukes it up,
right? Several days later.
I just part of me I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, he rescinded his wish, so everybody else gets fucked.
But then they did the montage of everybody else rescinding their wish because that's what I thought too. Yeah. Once he doesn't have his powers, all those wishes go away. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I figured.
Everything I thought that I was like, oh, that makes sense. It seems like they went a different route or implied something different. And again, you don't want to overthink these things. It's wishes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole conceit of a wish. It's magic.
Yeah.
Like who cares? But like when the resolution of the story hinges on what the rules of what the wishes are, then we kind of got to know.
Yeah. I agree.
So I liked Steve. I liked him back.
I liked Steve. I felt bad that the sacrifice did not matter to me at all.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we already did this.
Yeah.
Are we really doing this again?
That's the big issue, for sure.
Well, I was just like...
And it made her kind of seem like a dummy, too.
Yeah.
Well, not only that part, but also the part where like she's kind of just swept up and having her boyfriend back and then does stupid things.
Yeah.
Like when they take the plane, which by the way, Invisible Jet, super into it.
I was super about
as soon as they went into it, I was like, is it going to be Invisible Jet?
As soon as I got in the jet, I was like, she's going to make that shit invisible. How is this going to go invisible? And she's like, my dad did it. I can do it too. I did it with a coffee cup and I lost it.
I thought that was going to come back. And I thought that was going to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought she was losing her powers. Somebody was going to like come in and they were going to get hit with an invisible coffee cup. I have no idea why I thought let's stupid callback for a dumb joke.
I thought something that because like you set something up like that, there's usually some kind of weird payoff.
Yeah.
You know, that's 80s comedy classic shit right there.
Anyway, so that was good, but like the fact that she's just like, oh yeah, we're not gonna get away with like air traffic control that it fucking exists today.
Yeah, she's like,
and
I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you forget?
And then I love it was like, well,
important?
shit, Diana, which I thought was a super good line.
Oh yeah, where Steve's like, what the?
Well, shit, Diana.
Yeah.
And
I honestly, you know what I wanted? I wanted a little bit more of Steve being amazed by space travel.
yeah,
Little, give my boy a little bit to like recognize how
it was. It was a shtick that I was still enjoying while after it was gone. You know what I mean? I was like, I could use some more of him loving Pop-Tarts and space travel and what have you.
That face that Chris Pine had when he's like eating the Pop-Tart in bed, just like
Seeing a Pop-Tart, he's like, you know how easy it is to make coffee now? Yeah. Like Mr. Coffee's the shit. Yeah.
Well, it's like he's watching the subway and it goes blowing by him and I was like, they had fucking the tube in the early 19. Oh yeah, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah. And I was wondering the same thing. I was like, did they have subways like World War I era?
I think New York had a subway.
Okay.
A very
because I always have to remember it wasn't World War II.
Yeah.
Like it was World War I.
I had to remind myself too. I was like, dude, it was like 1930. No, it wasn't. It was like 1916.
It was like 19,
oh shit. Yeah.
But like, so that was kind of weird. Like, why was she so dumb? She's like so smart.
Yeah.
Why is she just like, let's steal a plane and didn't even think about it because she's so swept up. And then like, oh yeah, it's 4th of July, and I was just like, okay, all right, shit. And that's why somehow Palpatine has returned.
Yeah, that was the one where I was just like, Diana, come on, man.
Come on.
like you're better than this. She's like, my boyfriend's back. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? You're better than this.
She was so sad for like 70 years,
No,
man.
dude, like that kind of weirded me out too. And I really kind of wanted Steve to make a real comment about that. How her whole apartment is a shrine to Steve.
Yeah, he does like at the end where he's like, you got to love again.
He's
But then
like,
he's
yeah,
what do I
this
care?
go. Yeah.
But yeah, he should have been like, he should have realized earlier on that this was a bad deal.
They both should have, but I think they were both swept up and they're like, yo, we're together again.
True.
Trash cans look like pop art. You know, this is great.
Yeah. When I'm reminiscing about this movie that I just saw, I am like, there are, again, mixed bag. There are things that I really like.
That's why I liked it, because it's a beautiful mess, man. There's a lot of problems with it, but it's still good.
You gotta remember, man, that first one is so
the first
damn
one.
good.
The first one is amazing. I think the first one's definitely a much better movie.
This is like a flip flop.
It's a sequelitis kind of thing. Dude.
This is the first one was Winter Soldier, and then this one's First Avenger. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like Iron Man and Iron Man 2, or Thor and Thor 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than Thor 2. I think Thor 2 is so forgettable. Like, at least this movie, I'm like, what a fucking weird movie. I remember leaving
Thor 2 and being like, I don't get why everybody's mad.
I didn't dislike
and then I watched it again, and I was just like,
I didn't dislike it, but it suffers from that sure was a movie.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
This movie, I actually prefer that it's somewhat on the bad side instead of just being fine.
That's what I mean, dude. It's still fucking great. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Not every sequelitis
is a thing,
dude.
Stuff. I'll give her that.
Yeah, sequelitis is a thing too, Like, I mean, we got Steve doing the sacrifice again. We got her being a bit of a dummy for a bit of this, and she was kind of a dummy at the beginning.
Fish out of water. The first one was fish out of water dummy. This was just like, you're a fucking like scientist. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, right?
And you're just like, let's steal a plane. Fuck it. Oh shit! Air traffic control
stuff. I forgot what day it was.
Which it's like, who cares? It got me to Invisible Jet, so I didn't really care.
Yeah. I like that she learned how to fly too. That was cool.
And Invisible Jet, flying, Wonder Woman-y type shit. I get it.
It was great.
I get what they were doing.
I liked the beginning a whole lot on the island with the Olympics and the whole I loved it.
Didn't I tell you? I was just like, I started watching that part and I was just kind of like, dude, maybe I do miss big blockbuster movies. This is awesome.
Yeah, and then a little bit later on when we meet Barbara and everything, and there's the whole like, what the hell is this stone? And she's beating up dudes in the mall and everything, even though the robbers are fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh great, now you're tied to this kid. What are you gonna? Oh, you're gonna leave?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna dangle it over the side. What kind of plan is this?
I don't know. He's an idiot.
What are you doing? I liked the little bit with her and the little girl. That
Yeah.
was cute as hell, dude. Where she's like, shh, and the girl's like,
Yeah.
just super pumped. She's all happy to go sliding backwards into the big teddy bear. That was great. I loved that shit. Pretty much when Steve got back, did the movie take a nosedive for me. But like, again, Chris Pine's great. Gal Gadot's great. Gal Gadot.
Whatever.
I never know how to say her name. Feel bad about that. Really do.
I think it's one of those you can say it either way.
It's like Steve.
We all say
it's like,
Buscemi,
dude,
yeah.
I was gonna say, Steve Buscemi's name is Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
And he's like, people have been saying it wrong for so long, I don't even care anymore.
I'm only going to refer to Michael Keaton as Michael Douglas. Make it as confusing as possible.
But yeah, like I feel like the movie kind of took a nosedive when his character's reintroduced.
Yeah,
It's like she gets dumb all of a sudden, and the plot kind of gets dumb. Like everything with Kristen Wiig was really cool because I liked watching. They did a better job of making an Electro in this movie than Amazing Spider-Man 2 did. Because she was, not stupid when the movie started. It was just like, oh, she's kind of...
She wasn't stupid, and they weren't really at odds. It was sort of the stone, but sort of also, like, they did give enough of, like, Diana calling her and just telling her to do shit. And just being like, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yeah, that really worked.
Well, and the first encounter was bad, but it wasn't like... Oh God. Like it was she was just like, hey, maybe we could do lunch sometime. She's like, I'm really busy. And I was just like, I think she's actually really busy.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, hey, but maybe we can do dinner sometime.
Yeah, no, they were actually friends. I'm saying after the fact when she's swept up with Steve and she's mad that the stone is gone and she's like, I'm still talking.
I'm just talking about like in comparison to, cause like it's very,
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh okay. God. Yeah. That shit. Yeah. No, it's because a lot of this, again, Sam Raimi stuff is heavily Donner inspired, but like I feel like as schlocky as this is, it did a better job than the third one, definitely the Amazing Spider-Man films, which are web. I know. Yeah. That's where Electro came from. That's why I brought it up because Electro is so bad in that movie, and like there's a parallel between the two characters. Barbara / Cheetah is done 100 times better.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, like it's just bad writing, man. Like through and through. That's it.
I wonder if we're going to find out like if there were production notes and stuff like that, because I wouldn't be surprised.
Nothing was
screwed it up too bad. It wasn't like an Age of Ultron kind of problem.
Reshoots to me or anything like that. Like I think, like I said, like the fact that she went out of her way to like nobody got killed, nobody got like indirectly killed. They made a point of always showing her trying to save when like Cheetah or anybody was putting somebody in danger. And then like the schlockier flying around bits and stuff. I was just kind of like, I think this is just the fucking movie they wanted to make. Mm-hmm. And she didn't care too much about the screenplay that like held it together. She just kind of had some bullet points she really wanted to get in there. And the acting, and I think she can direct actors well.
Oh, for sure.
But I think her and the 14 other people who wrote the movie, because it was like 4 writing
credits.
It
was a lot. Yeah, see, and that's the other problem is I don't think the writing staff was that big for the first one.
I just think they had an idea and they were, like I said, this high concept, low concept idea. And like, they're like, nobody will care. They're just fucking, how do we get them here? It's 4th of July. I don't know. Fucking just write a fucking line that says 4th of July. Like, why would fireworks be going off? Like, it's because it's 4th of July, but we didn't do anything else. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
And honestly, it is.
Yeah.
But like, come on, man. The first one was so tight.
It really was. Yeah, dude. It's just, and when you hold the two up together, the first is definitely 100 times better. But this one, it's still, I'm still just happy that DC's making good movies still.
Sure.
They took a turn with Wonder Woman and they're still going there. Yeah, this was weak as shit, dude, but like it's not nearly as bad as their other fumbles.
No. But some definite pacing issues. It ran
a lot of pacing issues.
It ran a little long, and I don't know what was Pedro Pascal the main fucking character of the movie? Like that, I think was my wife's biggest concern.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Was they spent a lot of time with Pedro Pascal, but they didn't really do anything with him. He's just running around freaking out the whole time, and
really
then you get all of his character in literally 10, 15 seconds at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, who the hell? Yeah, he's got a kid. What's up with him and the kid? Where's the mom?
Yeah,
you
right.
know, like what is his family situation? Where's the mom in all this? I need some contexture. I need some story here for me to care. And then they did it all through like flashbacks of him like peeing the bed and his dad beating his mom.
Yeah, right.
In like 15 seconds. And I'm like, oh, so he's not just a crazy ass that's dying and granting everybody's wish. He actually had a story. Boy, it sure would have been great to experience that. Like maybe you started off with Diana's thing, with her running the race and cheating and everything, and you know, like missing that checkpoint. You miss those checkpoints, man. You got to rerun that race again. You got to hit replay.
Yeah.
And like maybe we cut from that to young Maxwell Lord, you know, having trouble, and then we do a flash forward to him trying to get his company off the ground, and then we move to, you know, but then like. It's the problem when you try to introduce that many characters. That's I made the joke to you about
the dual villain formula that will never go away.
I don't think it ever really works, dude.
And it's in every movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. It doesn't ever work out, man. Because you got to get Barbara's story in there, and then you got to, and then we got to get Maxwell Lord in there, and then Steve's back, by the way. Let's spend some time with Steve and Diana, and everybody gets lost in the mix. It's somebody has to pay the price. In Dark Knight, it was my boy Two-Face. In this, I feel like it was maybe Barbara,
maybe
but no.
I think they just shared. I think it was honestly, I think they just shared the load. Yeah,
I think it was honestly like Diana, because you don't really know where she's at. She's just a scientist.
You know what? Yeah, dude, you nailed it. We didn't get enough Wonder Woman in the Wonder Woman movie because they put in all these other characters. Yeah, and they were just like, she's Wonder Woman. What do you need to know? Well, fuck, it's been 70 years. We want to know some shit.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to get that through going through the pan through of her shrine to Steve and how she's followed him to his life or whatever through all the years and been to his parents' ranch or something, or founded a ranch in his name. I don't know.
I wasn't sure about that either.
But yeah, but then like I think that Barbara got the most development, really.
Yeah.
The Maxwell Lord, like I said, he didn't get anything. We didn't learn anything about his kid and his relationship.
No.
We know that the relationship with the kid sucks.
Yeah.
But like, where's the mom? Like, we know it's his weekend.
It's with her boyfriend, bro.
She
just drops him off with fucking AIDS, or AIDS. It was the 80s. Just drops him off with like his secretary or like people who work there, and is like, bye. Yeah. Like, what is his relationship with his mom like?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it wasn't this struggling like he needs to get his kid because he feels bad, and nothing. No. You just, and not only that, they're like, looks like he's been after this thing a long time. And I was like, how the fuck did he hear about this?
Right?
They just skip over that. And he knew he had his whole plan. And I was just like, dude, that's some villainous shit. I would have loved to see this villain backstory instead of just like, now I'm the villain.
Yeah.
And now watch me explain this insane concept to you through time. We're not going to hang out with Diana.
No.
Because that would be lame. We're going to watch me talk to the president for a long time. You know what I mean?
Was that supposed to be Reagan?
No, I think they actively did that. If there was,
because they bring up the Star Wars
if
program?
There was anything that was reshoots, it was that to take Reagan out, because now would not be the time to put Reagan in a fucking movie. No way.
Well, because I was like, they bring up the Star Wars program. Is this supposed to be Reagan? He's referred to as Mr. President.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. President? Like, it's just, I was like, he looks kind of Reagan-y. He's got the same haircut.
Yeah. No, they went out of their way to to just be like, it's just President guy. It's President man, you know, like in the Iron Mans.
No, it was funny too, because I was like, I wonder if they postponed this movie because of this huge fucking riot that's going on, and that the government's not really the best in this either.
Yeah. I agree. I think if anything was a reshoot, it was anything in that room.
Yeah.
But
one of my favorite jokes though was when that old lady comes out with the dog. And she's just like, Howard, we gotta go. They're gonna blow up the embassy. And he's like, my cows. A man asked what I wanted. I said a farm. I didn't mean here.
Yeah. Dude, classic bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny too,
and
he had no reason to be a dick like that, because he got what he wanted. He didn't also have to do the whole misconstruing what they wanted business.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's one or the other.
Yeah.
Like, you lost your voice, but you got your robot hands. Fucking, you know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, the way you worded that means that like it was not exactly what you thought.
Yeah,
like. Again, why are they going so high concept with such a low, with a Twilight Zone fucking
I was like,
concept?
why is he just running around granting everyone in the Washington, D.C. area wishes?
He kept needing stuff, but I'm like, why aren't you just taking their health individually from everybody?
Well, my thing is like, you're on a pursuit for power. Like, grab everyone in power. Why are you just walking up to like some guy at a stoplight and being like, oh yeah, I need your bike? You know, like, why? You know,
I don't. Because
it was greed. I guess.
Mass hysteria and what have you. Again, they didn't think about it too hard, and you gotta. Again, they didn't want to think about it too hard, which is fine. It's wishes. It's magic, but then don't push it so far that then we need to ask questions to piece this shit together.
Exactly. If you're going to push it that hard, have a story in place.
Exactly. But overall, it was fine. My wife fucking hated it. And not only that, I didn't even ask her. I didn't even ask her. The movie, we watched all the way through the credits. And then I
liked that bit.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was good. And I'm like, she's going to get her armor back.
Well, like Linda Carter.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm going to find some bitch who has my armor. She was very nice. I don't know why I did that. She saved a baby.
She saved a baby.
As all heroes do.
Of course, you gotta
multiple
save the
baby saving scenes.
Lots of baby saving. Although I was suspect on the health of those children that she saved by getting hit by a car and rolling multiple times on top of those kids.
Yeah, for real.
And then she's like, don't play in the street. And I'm just like,
but yeah, right. But we got done watching all the credits, and I just turned to her and I just went, I'm sorry. Because I knew, because I was like, dude, this movie's kind of shit. But in my mind, I was like, I'm having an okay time, but like, I know that she's not going to.
Oh, she's like a super fan. Yeah, that sucks.
I know this is not good, and she can't see it for what it is.
I know that
pain. She'll give it another.
I know that pain shot. Well. I remember paying to see Batman Forever.
Batman Forever's good,
and being disappointed.
No, that's fair.
And then being like, they'll fix it.
Yeah,
they'll fix it.
Fix it. Batman and Robin.
And then Batman and Robin happened, and that was the first. And to this day, I think I walked out of Kill Bill 2. Hated Kill Bill 2. But Batman and Robin, was the first movie I'd ever watched. I don't know
if I've ever seen Kill Bill 2.
Yeah.
I like the first one enough.
First one's okay. The second one is stupid. Like, I hate those. I did not like that period of Tarantino very much.
No.
Yeah, man. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion. I know everybody loves the Kill Bill movies. I fucking hated number 2, and I tolerated 1.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even bother to see the second one, so what the fuck do I know?
But yeah, Batman and Robin happened, and I flew into a rage and marched out of the theater. I think I was 12.
Oh, wow.
12 or 13, I think. Yeah.
Nice. I sat all the way through fucking Attack of the Clones, and I was like 13.
I didn't pay for my ticket. So I felt obliged to stay.
Yeah, because I always talk about with Phantom Menace, because that's the one everybody talks about. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I was a fucking kid, dude. I thought it was sweet. There's still a little bit of nostalgia there for me. I'm like, but Attack of the Clones, I had aged a little bit, and even
I grew up,
and even then I was like, this shit is fucking stupid.
I almost went when we went and saw Solo. I almost got up and walked out, dude. I was so fucking mad.
Dude, who could care?
That was what came into my head. I was just like, who fucking cares, man?
That movie was so fucking stupid. Who could fucking care?
Yeah.
But I don't know why I keep going back to Star Wars. I know why, because we've been watching a lot of it.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of Mandalorian, which we're gonna get to later. My big nitpick with the movie.
Let's get to it.
What threw me into a rage was I'm sitting there, I'm watching the movie. This is so inconsequential, but it made me angry. Like physically angry. Like once I figured out what was going on, I almost turned the fucking movie off. And it's not even the movie's fucking fault.
Okay.
My hate for Hans Zimmer is well documented.
Okay.
I hate that hack.
Yeah.
He's a fucking thief, and he takes credit for other people's work all the goddamn time.
It is well documented that his junior composers don't get credited for doing most of it.
Well, and then there's
he is the Walt Disney of his time.
Let's call it interesting relationship with other composers' work.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's talk about the fact that he stole from another composer for True Romance, and I believe he stole from another composer for Black Hawk Down. I think it's Black Hawk Down. I know there's another one that everybody knows he stole shit from. But in this movie, given that relationship, that we know he doesn't give credit to the actual composers while he just sits there and goes like, yeah, and then you blippity blorp, and they're just like, okay, whatever, and then they go and make a brilliant score. There's that, and the fact that he has a known documented history of stealing other work.
Okay.
This movie is rife with theft. The opening sequence, where you get the you know, that's Ennio Morricone's theme from The Mission.
Okay.
Like that's not his fucking song. He's altered it a bit. But this is that, and that's the Vanilla Ice argument where he's like, no, the notes goes like, so it's not the same. It's totally different. No, it's not the same. It's not, dude. It's the same fucking song. You stole it. There's that one, and then there's the outright fucking sampling and full songs taking of the theme from the sci-fi film Sunshine that I fucking love. That's the song that plays when she learns how to fly. And it's scattered throughout the rest of the soundtrack. I was sitting there and I was just like, because it played a couple times, little bits of it. And I was like, that sounds really familiar. God, what is that? I fucking like that a lot. Am I actually going to like a Hans Zimmer score?
I will tell you this, because I don't give a fuck about most of what you're saying. That I thought that I was like, well, for Hans Zimmer, I'm actually enjoying this a lot. So continue now.
No. I'm giving you the
shit. So like, I get where you're coming from. That's what I'm saying.
But so then it starts again when she's flying, and I was like, no. You know, and then I looked it up and I was just like, yeah, that's straight up John Murphy's work, dude. What the fuck? You know, and then like, so I went out and I looked at forums and Reddit and stuff to see if I was just going completely mad or if this actually did happen. And what bothered me the most was when I found people discussing it. Not only that, but he like takes from the other movies that he quote unquote scored, like Batman versus Superman and the other films, Man of Steel and all that, for certain poignant moments, like when they're doing the whole lie thing and she's giving her whole monologue. That's like Batman's theme from Batman versus Superman and everything. And I'm just like, so not only is he just stealing from other composers in this, he's fucking like reusing his own music again and again. And that bothered me because like in the past, like guys like Michael Kamen, James Horner, John Williams, everybody's taken them to task for reusing shit in different films and stuff like that. Like some of the songs in Aliens are from Wrath of Khan, and you know, some of the stuff that went into Die Hard was with James Horner's work as well. God, where was I going with this? I'm looking at these discussions and stuff, and they're talking about how brilliant it was that he used all these other songs and how poignant this was. And I'm like, you guys have taken other composers to task, and every time this guy pulls bullshit, you just fucking go like, oh, that's his genius. No, it fucking isn't. He's a piece of shit. He's a dick, and he doesn't know how to do his fucking job, and it's been this way for goddamn years. I hate Hans Zimmer, and that made me so angry hearing that in the movie. It's like they did it in Kick-Ass. They used the Sunshine theme in Kick-Ass. But who fucking, it was a good, I am cross, man. All right? Like, that just drove me insane. I can't stand that he does that. Tyler Bates got fucking ripped apart for his 300 soundtrack because he blatantly stole it from the film Titus. I don't remember the name of the composer, but he stole pretty much the entire score for that movie for 300. He got sued, I believe, and they had to pull the score off shelves, re-release it as Tyler Bates soundtrack, and then every track in there has a parenthesis about, inspired by this from Titus, inspired by this from Titus. And it's like 90% of the goddamn soundtrack.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that with this soundtrack. I looked it up on Spotify. It's all just Hans Zimmer. He didn't do shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The music, the movie soundtrack, licensing stuff is a big maze, especially when it comes to which parent companies own them above this and that and whatever. Yeah. And Hans Zimmer's company.
Yes.
And
Hans Zimmer is a company.
I was going to say,
not
and
a person.
And he's credited for all of
But that's
them.
what bothers me is he is the name of his company. So everybody goes, Hans Zimmer's a genius. No, he fucking isn't.
Well, I mean, okay. I get that. Sure. I understand how fan bases can be annoying. But yeah, the music, they keep going to him for a reason. You know what I mean?
Because he's cheap and quick.
The guy must get stuff done. For sure.
Because he has like an entire staff of people to do his work for him. And what bothers me is everybody praises him like he's doing every single score. Haven't you ever wondered why the Gladiator soundtrack has tracks that sound like the peanut butter? Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack. Haven't you ever wondered why Mad Max has tracks that are identical to the Man of Steel soundtrack? Because Tom Hulkenberg wrote those, not Hans Zimmer. Like that gets on my nerves, man. It drives me nuts that these artists that are creating for him don't get the right to put their name on their own fucking work until
you're that is all very, very well documented, and people do take issue with that.
It just really drives me nuts, man. It just really drives me nuts.
I don't concern myself with it too much, mostly because nobody's forcing them to work with Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, that's 100% true. But like, you're young, you're coming up, you want to get your name out there. You're going to sign on with the most popular name, of course. It's not like a Michael Giacchino. Is it Giacchino?
Yes.
Giacchino, John Williams situation where like you can hear a bit of John Williams' influence in Michael Giacchino's work because he was an understudy for John Williams.
Absolutely.
Because Michael Giacchino's work stands on its own and he's been allowed to do his own thing. Everybody that works for Hans Zimmer or under Hans Zimmer or with Hans Zimmer, they have to let him put his name all over their shit.
Yeah. No, you're not. I know. You're not wrong.
I know. I'm belaboring the point at this point, dude. It's just doing homage or sampling other bits of music or licensing a track is in any circumstance acceptable because like, I get it. You thought this was a powerful track for this moment. So you took a break from doing your own work and you thought that maybe the director thought that this song was perfect for this scene or something like that. That could be the case in this. It's just that given his history, I find it suspect and it makes me mad.
Yeah, I was going to say, he doesn't get it. Yeah. You are more scrutinous to his work than if it was somebody else because he's a known dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I mean, the Deadpool soundtrack, Tom Hulkenberg's thing, you could knock him on the fact that a lot of it sounds like Beverly Hills Cop, but like, when you watch when he created the theme and everything, he knew exactly what he's doing. He knew it sounded like that because he wanted it to sound like those.
And they went and got some of those synths that they like needed to make it specifically sound that way.
Exactly. You know, and there's a really cool video on YouTube about him composing the theme.
Yeah, I've seen
it was really awesome, dude, where he's just like, I wanted it to have that sound. It's got that 80s, you know, bow, bow, bow thing. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I love that theme, dude. But he's out there being like, I'm inspired by this, and this is what I wanted to do. And then Hans Zimmer's out there I don't know where music comes from. It's just a feeling. I'm like, you pretentious prick. You didn't do anything. Of course you don't know where music comes from.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just I'm not the biggest I
love movie music.
Patron of listening to movie music and all that. I notice it, I can comment on it. I don't have any feelings of Hans Zimmer other than I do know that people constantly go like, what do the junior composers, why do they not get credit? It's been a well-documented thing, but like nothing that I'm just kind of like, it's all on the up and up. Like music rights are fucking, you can't.
Oh, they're garbage.
You like really can't get past them. Like outside of like sampling.
Well, that's what I mean by they're garbage.
Yeah, like, denial and sampling. Anything that like a movie, something like Warner Brothers is putting out, they're going to make sure that none of that music is fucking is bullshit. You know what I mean? So,
well, and that's what bothers me.
Nothing illegal, but yes.
Let's say that
if you hate the guy, you're just like, fuck this guy.
Well, because like in that situation, that's what makes me mad. Let's say that you and I decide to do like, maybe we do a classic catch up on the 1989 Batman, and we decide to throw a bit of the theme on there, but we better not have any more than 7 seconds on there, or we're going to fucking jail and they're going to pull our shit down.
Absolutely.
You know, but like Hans Zimmer steals whole goddamn songs and it's cool because he's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Fucking horse shit, man.
So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying.
I know, dude.
I don't have any beef with Hans Zimmer, so I can't relate. I'm just kind of like, I thought it was pretty good.
Like, I like the work that is labeled Hans Zimmer's work.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's an unfair situation, and that like somebody has to call this guy out.
I don't think that it's gonna
official call out, not some nerd on the internet.
I don't think you're gonna be the one.
I'm definitely not gonna get him.
Bear that cross.
No.
And I would say, with the amount of work out there for these people to get with Netflix and the amount of content being created, I feel like if there was something really there that people could be like, fuck this guy, they would have already. I don't think anybody is working with the man who doesn't know what that entails.
I know. I just it bothers
But you can
me.
still be mad about it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and some of them have gone very far. Like Tom Hulkenberg's on the rise, or Junkie XL, whatever you want to call him. I hate calling him Junkie XL because I just feel like that makes me sound like I go to raves, and I'm not that guy.
Nobody can
the guy who did the Game of Thrones soundtrack, and Pacific Rim and stuff.
Yep.
He's coming up. He's another understudy from him. Jablonski, he still gets work. There's another one I'm thinking of. I can't remember his name right now. I think the guy that does like the Dragon Age soundtracks and has been doing the Fallout soundtracks, I think he's another guy that came through Zimmer. They're all talented, and I'm glad that they're getting their chance to shine. I just don't think it's fair that the first work that they do is just like, oh, is my name. No, it's not, dude.
He's standing on on other people's accomplishments.
Yeah.
I totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's my end of the rant, dude. I'm done. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and bug the shit out of everybody.
I've got plenty of rants like that. Lin-Manuel Miranda, don't like the fucking guy.
I know.
I don't like him at all.
Yeah.
And I think he's a talentless hack. And if I have to hear about Hamilton ever again, I'm just going to lose it. He's not talentless, by the way. I just dislike him.
I don't think he deserves as much as he gets, but I respect the guy, but
it was just like, he's got talent. I'm fucking lying.
I'm just like, did you really like look at Hamilton before you decided to write a whole play about him?
Oh God, your Jake Paul poster just came off the wall.
Oh, my Jake Paul. It's an X-Men poster. Leave me alone. So yeah, into rant, dude. It drives me nuts.
Fair. Well, Josh.
Moving right along.
Would you recommend that people watch The Wonder Woman if they have an HBO Max subscription? Because,
or someone they know does.
Or just somebody who has it on their cable package. Logging at this point, trying to figure out what HBO Max is and how you get it.
Yeah.
You probably already have it, or somebody
you just
has
don't know.
a way for you to have it.
Yeah. They've been real weird about that.
Yeah, like, oh, it's in my cable subscription. Well, just log in with your provider. And it's one of those whole deals.
It's like HBO Go, except they dropped the Go and made it Max.
And they got rid of Go, and now it's Max. And now...
It's the
No, they got
same
rid of
thing.
Now.
Yes.
And Now became Max, and then Go is also going to become Max.
Yes. Which I never understood why they had two streaming services
because
that did the same thing.
Okay, I'm going to explain this to you.
Okay.
So HBO Go, you logged in with your cable provider if you already had a subscription to HBO with your cable provider.
Okay.
HBO Now was the app to just give them $15 and have access to it through that. So then as soon as Max came out, Now was gone. Go stuck around, but then they were like, eventually you need to go to Max.
That's so fucking stupid.
So now Max is Now. And Go
will Now be Max?
And you have to go to Now, which is Max.
When will Go be Max? Soon.
So you can sign up straight up, or you can use a login if somebody is subscribed to HBO through their cable provider, but there is no way to access HBO Max content through your cable provider.
Yeah.
Other than going through them on the app. Let's just get that out of the way.
God damn it. No, I'd recommend it, dude. It's not a terrible movie. It's a mess, dude. It's a mess, but I still enjoyed it.
I'll tell you one thing. If this would have come out in December of last year like it was supposed to, that would have been a rough December, man. And I don't know if I'd be like run to the theater to see that shit. But watching it at home, I'm like, I thought it was a nice little like big movie again. You know what I mean? Like we watched Greyhound and stuff, and like that was nice. But like a big blockbuster franchise movie, I was just kind of like, hell yeah, man. You know, the last one of those I saw was like Mulan, and it was a piece of crap. So, yeah, I would also recommend that you watch it, because why the fuck not?
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Okay. Hang on. We talked about New Mutants, right? No.
Did we never speak?
I don't
about
think
New
we've
Mutants?
talked about New Mutants.
New Mutants is good. Mutants, it's
this
not
is the
great.
problem. We've only done like 3 podcasts.
I know,
and I was like, the only new movie to come out, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We saw New Mutants.
Yeah, we saw New Mutants. New Mutants is good, man.
Holy shit.
New Mutants is good.
How are we burying the lead like this? People want to know about the New Mutants, and we're talking about Wonder Woman?
I know.
Come on.
They're waiting for that hot New Mutants take.
Yeah, we have. You know what we also, dude? Oh my God, we have more episodes coming up. By the way, there will be another episode very soon that will talk about some television series that are very popular, including Mandalorian, and one that's coming back really soon. We never talked about Cobra Kai.
Oh, yes, we did.
I don't think we did. I really don't.
If we didn't, we're going to talk about it again.
Whatever. Yeah. New Mutants.
Let's get into it.
It's okay.
It's good.
It's fine.
It's acceptable.
I think it's pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
We are Dark Phoenix apologists.
Yeah, we're probably the only 2 people that liked X-Men Dark Phoenix.
and I think this movie is about just as good.
It is just as good as the first 2 X-Men movies, and just as good as Dark Phoenix, and that's okay with me.
Yeah,
because they're all better than X-Men Origins and X-Men: The Last Stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some pacing issues in New Mutants.
Definitely. And they don't bother introducing new concepts or characters that much. They're like, you'll get it.
Yeah. I wanted a bit more Cannonball because Sam's my boy, but
It's Cannonball.
He's fucking. I like what they did, dude. I think Magic is probably the most comic accurate.
Yeah, is that Anna Taylor-Joy?
Yeah, that was Anna Taylor-Joy. I think she was the closest to what she is. No Lockheed though. I really wanted to see more of that little dragon. I liked when he showed up finally, but kind of missed the little guy.
Yeah.
I liked their take, what they did with the horror plot element, and the thing that I was very surprised by that I liked the most was how it ties into Logan. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. That was good. Keeping it together.
Yeah, I like
making new different stuff.
It kind of makes me sad though, because all that's gone now. They're not going to be doing anything because they were building up to Mr. Sinister, and Mr. Sinister is one of my favorite villains. I would have loved to see Nathan Essex.
Yeah,
that guy's a piece of shit, and he's awesome. He's just vanity and hubris personified, and I would love to see that guy. Plus, he's got a dope costume. But yeah, dude, I thought New Mutants was good. A lot of the emotional bits don't really hit a lot. I thought, what's her name? Maisie Williams.
Yeah.
I really liked her as Ronnie or Rain. I've been reading that shit forever. I've never known how to say the werewolf character.
Yeah.
I could never figure out how to pronounce her name, and they went with Rain in this. So I was like, well, I guess her name's Rain.
Like I say every time, I'm just like, I like the X-Men.
Yeah.
I like X-Men movies.
Yeah.
I'm not so like. You would be the one who'd be like, it's not comic book accurate or this and that. And you seem to just enjoy it, which I like. In me, I'm just kind of like, I like X-Men, but I'm not like an X-Men fan. I wouldn't classify myself as.
You're an X-Men movie fan.
So like I watch the movies, I'm just like, dude, the X-Men are cool.
Well,
and I just have a good time. And like,
you paused it a couple times and asked me like, okay, so da-da-da-da. And I'm like, they're doing their own thing, but it's the same thing, so don't worry about it, you know?
They're not so wishy-washy with their lore, I would say. I like that, like, everything is just like, they're a mutant, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. If your power could be as lame or as cool as it but like there are some rules, as dumb as I think those stupid collars are, and like the cure and things like that. That I like that's universal.
Yeah.
But like there are some people that are like, if they get so pissed off, they could just end the world. Fuck them. Like, and I'm just kind of like, I like this. I'm into this. And then I like that it can be so small that they're in this stupid little hospital. They don't bother to ask a whole lot of questions, which I think is pretty funny.
No, well, that was one of the things. The stakes are weird.
The stakes are like, nothing.
It sucks here. Are you going to do anything? No. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to finally do something.
We could overpower her probably. And they're like, seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. It's just like, what the fuck? But then like, I liked, like, that was why I like characters like Cannonball, where he was just like, no, I don't ever want to leave because I'm a danger,
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Because so some of the characters got an explanation for why they didn't really care that they were there, and other ones were just like, I don't like it here. We'll try to leave.
She's got powers.
Yeah.
Catch her by surprise. Yeah. You could just teleport behind. No.
Well, like that was the one thing that kind of bothered me was because, like, as far as I remember, Cecilia Reyes is a really nice lady, and it was sad to see her be such a huge piece of shit. As far as I know, she's always been really nice. Somebody could correct me. She could have been shitty, but yeah, I liked. And they used actual all new mutants. I liked that. They didn't just pull random people onto the team that were... They didn't do the grab hat that they do with the main characters where they're just like, it doesn't matter. It's just like, nah, team lineups matter to some of us. And like, from what I recall, that's the original lineup. I think Magic wasn't there, but yet at that point during the Ghost Bear series. But yeah, man, it's been a long time since I read New Mutants. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was interesting that it didn't really devolve into superhero shenanigans. yeah, they used superpowers to fight a giant psychic powered bear.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the world wasn't at stake. It was just them trying to save themselves.
It was the smaller character stuff that you get in X-Men movies mixed with horror elements. It wasn't even a horror movie.
No.
It just had some horror elements.
Some spooky bits.
And it was just and what's funny is having those smaller kind of things that you deal with in the X-Men movies. You think you would have got a little bit more character.
Yeah.
But like, it was fine. I like X-Men, and it X-Men my X-Men. They exhibited me.
What I like was Jesus Christ. They exhibited you.
I was like, there was a better way to do that.
I got you. I got you, man. I got you. If there's a way to make a shitty pun, I'm gonna find it. No, I liked. I was talking earlier about how we were talking off mic about how X-Men movies all have that formula, except for maybe Days of Future Past and Logan, the standalones, where you get the characters and then, they get the team, and the team doesn't do shit until like that crux where one of them is a dick or one of them dies or something like that. And then, we have a team. And then they go take this group of people that you have no real attachment to go do something. Dark Phoenix broke that mold a bit, but it's a status quo. What I liked about this was you were with that team the whole time. And then you watched them all come together to accomplish a goal. It's what we were talking about, why we like Dark Phoenix, because you got to see the X-Men as a team be the X-Men team. And it wasn't just like, oh, here's Wolverine and Rogue, or here's Mystique and Magneto, or Charles and Magneto, and all these other guys are here too.
Yeah, there's fucking other guys here.
Yeah, dude. It was just, you just hung out with that team of young miscreants, learning about their powers and stuff like that. I liked Sunspot too. I thought Sunspot probably got the least amount of character development, but I liked his character still. Yeah. I really liked him.
I mean, he didn't want to talk about it because he got a boner, and he ended
and he roasted his lady.
And he roasted his lady from the inside out.
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
It's horrifying. It did a damn better job of being a spooky superhero movie than Doctor Strange did, and probably this next Doctor Strange movie will.
Yeah, true.
The problem with Doctor Strange is they make these big promises, and then like they get the script from their horror guy, and they're like, whoa. This is scary. Yeah. And they're like, yeah. And they're just like, no. Get the comedy guy.
Shazam had a scarier fucking part than any of the Marvel movies.
Shazam was scary as shit, dude. I was just like, yo, this is for kids, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean, from the Annabelle guy,
right?
Lights Out and Annabelle Creation, whatever. So, yeah. What the fuck was I going to say? God damn it.
Sorry.
I got sidetracked. Oh, with Marvel, dude, whenever there's rumors of what the next movie is going to be like, or a statement from so-and-so, I just don't believe it.
From whatever.
I just don't believe it, because I'm just like, no, when the script comes in and then the 5 people, the executives skim through it, give notes, send it back. Like, we all know how it works. Fucking Edgar Wright let us all know that it doesn't work. That he couldn't.
Favreau said it. Yeah, Whedon said it.
He couldn't be a writer director. Like he's just like, no, they were gonna work on a draft of the script without me. Like, so yeah, like every time it's like, dude, this is what I'm envisioning. I'm like, until they put a big X on it, and they're like, sorry, the digital effects artists are already working on this scene.
Yeah.
So no,
you got to put him in a bathtub, and he's like, I don't want to be in a bathtub.
So, and I mean, and they make, and why would they stop now? It's working for them.
Yeah, it's working fine.
I would love for them to try some stuff.
Like, they wouldn't have let Deadpool happen.
No.
Logan, I mean,
they might now though. Like, they're acquiring all of these properties, and I feel like they got to start throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I forget that they just greenlit like 4,000 shows.
Yeah. For Star Wars.
Star Wars, Pixar, and Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
So,
Oh yeah, right. Because they've expanded even beyond what the 4 shows that they were going to do. Because it was supposed to 3, right? It was supposed to be
because they're
was it?
What If and
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot what if. I'm very interested in. It was that's right. It was What If, Hawkeye, Winter Soldier, and Falcon, and WandaVision,
yeah.
which I'm very and Loki. There's 5 shows.
So they're doing Loki.
I'm really interested in WandaVision. I want to watch Wanda's mental breakdown. That's gonna be fun.
I'm into all of it, but it's just I'm just kind of like, well, I guess they're not going to do anything new because they just threw everything at the wall and it's all the same shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no, well, look, I can't remember the guy's name. God damn it, he did 310 to Yuma, Copland. He did Logan and the Wolverine. The Wolverine.
What is his name?
I can't fucking remember his name right now, dude.
Logan, the Wolverine. Ford versus Ferrari. Fuck, why can I not think of his name?
But buy time, Ryan, buy time.
Doop.
That's not what I meant.
No. So I would love for them to try doing something.
James Mangold.
There we go. Yeah. Love him.
Like James Mangold, I don't think he'd be able to do because fucking they wanted him to do all these crazy tie-ins and stuff to the original X-Men movies. Like they wanted to show Logan killing Jean and everything with Sabretooth and stuff like that. And Sabretooth was supposed to be in the movie and everything. And he was like, nah, dude, we're not doing anything with that. Like this is just Logan right now. That's it. And like, I don't think they'd be able to make that movie. I did. And I'm not knocking Disney or anything like that, but they have a way of doing things, and it like we were saying, dude. These director visions.
Yeah, it depends how autonomous 20th Century Fox is going to be allowed to go.
Yeah,
so
I'm interested.
New Mutants came out. I'll give it that.
Sort of.
Yeah. So it was I could have seen it in a drive-in.
You could have seen it in a drive-in. Yeah. But yeah, dude. I don't know why the movie got as much hate as it did. It's the same thing with Dark Phoenix.
Dude. We get like nothing, and we're all in a hurry to start hating shit again.
That's exactly. I think we were talking about it when we were discussing Star Wars one time, where everybody only gets excited about these movies so that they can hate them.
Yes, yeah.
It's like everybody's just like, oh, this one, and then they're just like, yeah, it sucked, and I knew it would. And it's like, congratulations. You hate fun. And like the Star Wars movies are bad, but Like, can we not be so? Don't get on the hype train then. Don't do that. You do it to yourselves. That's what I feel like happened with this.
I mean, I just love that people were sitting around waiting for a movie to come out so they could have something to hate again. You know what I mean? In our eyes, we're kind of just like, dude, there's a new X-Men film.
Well, and you and I had discussed it a couple times. We were like, that movie's
gonna suck. I was like, we're not going to see that shit.
Movie's going to be bad, dude. Movie's going to be bad. I was like, I kind of like the trailer. And you were like, yeah, he's just like, you're like, but it's been postponed how many times now? And I'm like, you make solid argument, like we came at it from a reasonable. We weren't just like, I can't wait,
Yeah.
But yeah, when it came out, we were just like, fuck it. How bad could it be? I don't think we had anything else. We were just like, it's fucking.
No, nobody has anything else. That's why I'm just like, you guys are all waiting around, being like, dude, can't wait for that new X-Men to come out so I can talk about how much it sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, it was fine.
Yeah,
like,
it was okay, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
I did not regret the hour and a half.
Fine is as bad as it gets for me, and I don't know what side of fine it was on. Was it on the bad fine or good fine?
I think it was on the good fine.
I think so too.
Because I said it after we finished it. I was like, I don't get what the fucking problem was. Because
I really did
It's
not.
a perfectly acceptable X-Men movie. It feels a little dated.
True.
That's why I compare it to the first X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing with Dark Phoenix. It feels like it's one of the older X-Men films, and those are still just fine.
Maybe people were expecting more of like they're like, oh man, they're doing something different with the X-Men, man. It's gonna be this horror movie, and then it was just an X-Men movie with some horror elements because that related to one of the characters' powers.
Yes,
like. That was it. It wasn't a horror movie. Yeah. It was an X-Men movie. And I think maybe people were just like, oh, this is an X-Men movie.
Maybe it's because I've been watching Legion lately. And I'm just like, yeah, that psychic shit is dope, dude. And I love what they're doing where it's just, what they did in that where it's just like, yeah, she's got psychic powers. She doesn't know how to fucking use them. Shit gets weird, and that's that's the thing. She was taking everybody's fears and making it,
manifest.
And like, it's dope. It's not even really a twist. You kind of
no, it's not. No, you kind of get it.
Yeah.
No, it was just an acceptable X-Men film.
Yeah,
and I don't know what anybody else wanted from it. You know what I mean?
Really, really liked that movie, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. So that was the big new movie that has come out. But we have been watching some other stuff.
We have
a
lot of older stuff.
Yeah, older stuff. I figure maybe we'll just have a quick little discussion about some of that stuff.
Yeah.
A movie, Mike Myers. You know the man?
I've heard of Mike Myers.
I
know that Mike Myers.
You heard of that Love Guru?
That Cat in the Hat.
The Cat in the Hat.
You know the movies he's most known
Bohemian
for.
Rhapsody. Fuck, what else? What else
was he involved in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah. Yeah,
I know he sang it in Wayne's World.
Yeah, no. So like, I guess that's a joke in and of itself. But he was like the record producer guy who's
Son
just
of a
like,
bitch.
Queen is the worst.
I didn't see Bohemian Rhapsody.
Either did I.
Yeah. I thought you did.
No, I refuse.
No, you watched Rocket Man. That's
Rocket
right.
Man. Yeah. But a movie of his that I somehow had never heard of.
It's one of his very early movies.
So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah, starring Nancy Travis of 3 Men and a Baby fame.
Yeah.
She's been in so many other things and so many better things.
But, dude, that movie, first of all, very funny.
I fucking love that movie.
The plot also got me.
Yeah, dude, you got wrapped up.
But, dude, it was the most 90s movie I'd seen in a long time.
It is a super 90s. But like, yeah, you were talking about how 90s Ravenous was, and I was just like, oh man, wait till he watches this.
Dude, like, I think I'd seen a tweet somewhere where it was like, the 90s was a strange time. Like the movie, as far as I could tell from the movies, it was like the biggest thing you had to worry about is like, is your job too stable? Are you going to become a corporate square? You know what I mean? And that's what they didn't even bother to tell us what they did for a living. They live in San Francisco. They have houses.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, he's living in a very nice apartment on a beat poet's.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And for some reason, I didn't even. I was like, that's not a job, but I guess it was.
Yeah, and then her apartment is amazing for being a counter worker at a butchery.
Yes. So very 90s in that respect. Also, very funny. You get to see where Fat Bastard got all of his material.
Yeah, he definitely recycles a lot from the dad character.
The dad steals the show.
The dad is... Dude.
Mike Myers also plays the dad.
Yeah, Mike Myers plays his own father in the movie, and he is my favorite character that Mike Myers has ever played. I love his father in that movie.
So it has some of those Mike Myerisms in there. It's got that weird that weird 90s vibe to it.
Huge sport coats.
Yeah, but also has like the typical studio rom-com thing. Yeah. So it's like it's this weird blend, and then also
then there's a murder mystery.
Yeah, and then random dark spots, like the fact that like his mom like hates his dad. They're like at their wedding anniversary, gives this like loving speech, and she just hates his guts.
Oh, dude, no, she was moved by this speech.
She immediately was like, especially at their wedding, then was still trying to like hook up with other dudes.
With Anthony LaPaglia.
Yeah. Dude, it was in like so weird dark stuff like that. It was such a it was a nice movie, Josh. I enjoyed watching it.
I'm glad, dude. We were hanging out one night. Ryan wanted to watch a movie. We were browsing my Amazon Prime library, and I came across that, and I gave him the rundown of it. And you had like a top 5 that we would possibly watch.
I was running
and you were
through.
like, forget the others. We're watching this. And I was like, all right, man.
We passed up Nightcrawler. We passed up what else? Did we pass up on my list? When we got there, I was just I gotta see it.
I think the original Mad Max you passed on. Fletch Lives,
which we ended up watching.
We ended up watching the other night. Yeah.
You want to know what's so funny though? I started Googling things for you and talking, and then I don't know what happened. I was just like, who was the bad guy again? Because it wasn't the preacher.
No, it was the lawyer.
It was Ham the whole time.
Ham the lawyer. Yeah. Ham was
because he was dumping his toxic waste.
He was trying to pollute the land to get back at the preacher for stealing.
He's like, give him the land, but it's going to be worthless.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, dude, the plot's kind of dumb.
Who cares?
You watch Fletch Lives for the bits.
Yeah,
like
they were good.
The reason I love that movie so much is for the Song of the South parody at the very beginning. I think that's
2-minute
amazing.
Song of the South parody with so many extras on location because
they've got live action and animation going on. Yeah,
because maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that they're in a greater LA area is a dirt road with that many old willows.
No, I think it's that house that's in every like Civil War movie and everything that's been made. I think it's that same walkway that's in every
and like that's South. Not in LA, right? There's no way.
So. I don't think so.
So the for 2-minute little bit, like the choreography and all of that, I was just like, this is amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Anyway, so I married an
axe murderer. Yeah, dude. It's so funny because like I thought you would have seen the twist coming a mile away, dude, but you were just like
Well, what's funny is I had inadvertently stumbled upon it because they're like, somebody turned herself in, and I made a joke because the sister was so creepy. I was like, oh, was it the sister? And then just forgot. And then it turns out that it really was, but the lady who turned herself in.
Spoilers for So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Was just a nut. Was just a nut job
30 years ago.
And it's just so weird because then you get those Mike Myers bits, but then also mixed with like that sappy '90s rom-com.
But it's like good rom-com kind of bits, you know. And there are good rom-coms out there, but no, this is one of my favorites. This one and like Just Friends. Probably some of my favorite rom-coms. It's very much in the vein of Just Friends in my mind. I love it, dude. It's so funny. My favorite part of the whole movie though is where Mike Myers is just riffing. You can tell he's just riffing, and they just leave Anthony LaPaglia not being able to contain it. Just busting a gut genuinely. He's not acting. He's laughing his ass off as Mike Myers is just sitting there ripping on that kid.
That kid is his big pillow.
He's going to cry himself to sleep on his big pillow tonight. That was offsides, wasn't it? Head, paper, no.
Yeah. So that was a treat. I don't know how I hadn't ever heard of that.
Yeah, that blew my mind. You're like, I've never heard of this, and I was like, dude.
And not only haven't I seen it, I haven't even heard of it. And that's why I picked that because all the other ones on my let's watch this, I was like, I've heard of those.
Yeah, I heard I should watch this, and dude, you were just like, when was this made? And I was like, after Wayne's World. He made Wayne's World, and then he made that, and then Wayne's World 2, I think, came after that. Have you ever seen Clean Slate with Dana Carvey?
No.
Clean Slate's good. It's it's like did you see Memento? Nolan.
I've seen Memento with Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce, yeah. It's like Nolan's second movie, I think. He has memory loss. He has amnesia. He basically does something and immediately forgets about it.
I don't think I've seen Memento.
It's similar to that. It's like a comedy version of that. Every time Dana Carvey goes to sleep, he forgets the day before.
Oh, okay.
So he has like
it's
reminders
like
and tape
50
recorders.
First Dates.
Yeah. Except like he's a private investigator.
Oh, that makes sense.
And a lot of wacky hijinks happened. It's set around, I think it's like the same year because it was when both of them were at like the height of their career and everything like that. That one's pretty good too. I'll see if I can find that one, grab it for you.
I'll have to check that out.
But Clean Slate, not as good as So I Married an Axe Murderer, but still really a fun movie. A lot of Dana Carvey doing his Dana Carveyness in it, and I love early Dana Carvey. But yeah, man, it was like Wayne's World, and then that, and then I think Wayne's World 2.
Yeah.
And it's been one of my favorite movies since I was a kid. I fucking love that movie so much.
It's very good. It did not disappoint.
Yeah, no, and I love Alan Arkin in it.
Yeah,
playing the really nice sergeant.
Yeah.
But he wants it to be like Starsky and Hutch, or those classic cop movies where he's just like, you got to be mean to me sometime. He's like, you sound like you're in a state. How about we get a hug in? And he's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was a very good bit as well.
It's great stuff. But yeah, dude, it's funny when I saw The Spy Who Shagged Me, I was just like, oh, Mike, really? You're just reusing material now, dude? Come on, man.
Maybe enough people didn't see that. And he's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
people gotta know.
Fuck it. I'll do the Scottish dad in a fat suit. Nobody will know. Yeah, no, that's why I've never liked Fat Bastard, because I was just like, yeah, I just saw you do this before, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I think the only thing he added was eating babies.
Yeah.
That was it.
Everything else, the song, everything.
No, yeah, he does. Yeah. He does the Rod Stewart, you know, if you want my body. Yeah. I think it's funnier in this movie because the dad's doing the jig and everything. Yeah.
He was serious.
Yeah. I love it when he's drunk and singing You're in My Eyes. You are in my eyes. So good. I fucking love that movie, dude. I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah. It was very good. I think that's going to cover it for the movie film.
I can't believe we didn't talk about that.
I
literally thought we had spoken
I have
about
lost track of everything.
Yeah.
Well, you would think we would know what we talked about since we've only done 3 podcasts this year. But this has been a hell of a year for running a movie podcast. So
yeah.
We're going to be back, though. We have television programs to talk about. It'll inevitably lead to some Star Wars discussion. Which is good. We've had time to cool off. I think the last time we talked about Star Wars was Rise of Skywalker, and I was just a little defeated.
I think we brought it up in one of the other ones. We did one of our little rants on what's going forward or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We didn't
have an actual subject though.
No. So we're gonna talk about Mandalorian. And I'm sure we talked about the first season at some point.
I'm not sure that we ever did.
I don't know anymore.
I don't remember.
Whatever. We're looking to the fucking future.
I don't listen.
We're looking to the,
yeah.
I don't listen to this.
Yeah.
We're looking to the
sucks. Why would I listen to it?
We're looking to the future right now. We're trying to get back on track. We're looking to the future. So we're gonna be back. We're gonna talk about some Mandalorian, and we're gonna try to keep this train rolling. So anyway, you can find us on all major podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, everywhere else, or Audible too, I think. Everywhere good podcasts are found.
And also bad ones.
Follow us on Twitter at Mighty Movie Pod and twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions. We are Mighty Fish Productions on YouTube as well. That's where you can find Classic Catch Up. We're the first episode of that, or technically the second, where we talk about Star Trek the Motion Picture, and we will be coming out with another one, the follow-up to that, Wrath of Khan, coming here pretty quick. So you know it's going to be a while. And
let's take a minute, man.
And yeah, that's about everything. We are on Twitch sometimes. You could play Tony Hawk. I'm good, and Josh is bad.
Shut up. You bring that up all the time. Stop telling people, man. Look, man, some of us just like skating around. We don't care about getting collectibles.
Thank you so much for listening. I have been your host, Ryan.
I'm still Josh.
And we will
forgot.
I forgot who I was. And we will be back in the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Bye.